Om Shanti. Attention please. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Janti. बहन कहाँ है? Om Shanti. Om Shanti. जो सब बोलेंगे सब
Everyone
Om
speak together.
Shanti. Attention खिंचवाने के लिए
To draw your
न इधर देखो न
attention.
उधर देखो
Do not
न पीछे
look
देखो न आगे
from
देखो
side to side, in front or behind.
समझा
Did you understand?
ये एक कैसे इंसान है ना
As are people,
तो इधर देखेगा इधर देखेगा
some will be
चलो
looking here and there.
आगे देखेगा पीछे देखेगा
Okay, look in front or behind.
इसलिए
Therefore,
देखना सुनना
to look, to listen,
कुछ बोलना
to say something.
ज्यादा कान काम करते हैं
Actually, the
या
ears
आंखें
do.
करती है
Do they do more work, or do the eyes
मुख
do
करता
more
है।
work, or perhaps the mouth does more work?
आंखें बंद तो नहीं कर रहा
Don't
जुटका खाना होगा
close your eyes. If you
नहीं तो
nod off, that won't look
मुझे
good.
एक सीन सामने आती है
I'm remembering a scene
आंखें खोल के याद में बैठने के लिए
which was
कैसे
about
बाबा ने सिखाया था
how Baba had
बहुत
taught
साल
us to remember Baba with the eyes open and looking in
पहले
front.
पता नहीं था याद में
It's about many years
शिव
ago.
बाबा ब्रह्मा बाबा भी
Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba
पहले
both.
पता नहीं था
Um,
उसे बाबा
it was not clear. We just said Baba.
बाबा में लाइट दिखाई पड़ती है
And we saw that there was light visible
बाबा जो
in
बोलता
Baba.
था ना
And whatever Baba would
बहुत अच्छा
say,
लगता था
we liked it.
अभी जो मूलियाँ हैं ना
And now the Murlis that you're hearing,
साकार बाबा
the Sakar Murlis,
अभ्यस्त बाबा भी वंडरफुल है
they're really very wonderful.
पहले जो मूलियाँ थी
The Murlis we got initially,
बाबा साकार अभिव्यक्त होने के
these are
पहले
the
5 साल पहले की मूलियाँ
five, the Murlis of the last 5 years that we
Baba
listen to now, in which
ड्रामा की
everything
बात
is very clear.
तो
And the matter of drama
पहले
is
पहले
also
जब मैं
very
बाबा के
clear.
पास आई
Previously, when I came to Baba first,
हैदराबाद से कराची
from Hyderabad Sindh to Karachi,
संत में
within Sindh,
तो बाबा चक्कर स्वास्तिका
Baba used to
भक्ति मार्ग
draw
में मानते हैं
the swastika and the
Swastika
cycle,
निकाला।
which is what they believe in the path of bhakti.
पर संगम युग नहीं निकाला
But he didn't show the confluence age, just the 4 quarters.
भागा ये
And
सत्युग ये त्रेता ये
he
द्वापर
would
ये
talk
कलयुग
about the golden age, the silver age, the copper age.
प्रमूली शुरू की
And then he would
कलयुग
begin
अधर्म का नाश
the Murli
अधर्म की स्थापना
saying about the destruction of the Iron Age and the beginning
गीता में
of the
पढ़ते
Golden Age. This we would read about in the Gita.
आजकल बाबा
And
भक्ति
these
मार्ग की भी
days,
कोई बात
Baba
जो
doesn't
बाबा
say
भक्ति में
much
किया
about what
सुनाता है मौली
he would have done in the path of bhakti, but he mentions it in the Murlis.
उसमें भी
And within
आत्मा
that,
परमात्मा
the soul and the Supreme Soul
सुंदर
had
मेला कर
been
दिया
separated for a long
सतगुरु मिला
time.
दलाल
And then there was the
तो दलाल
beautiful
कौन है
meeting through the broker. But who is the
बताओ
broker?
ना
So say, who is the
दलाल
broker?
कौन है शिव
Who?
बाबा है ब्रह्मा बाबा है
Is it Shiv Baba or Brahma Baba, the broker?
वारी दलाल कौन है
So Daddy's asking Wadi, who is the broker?
कोई व्यापारी ऐसे होते हैं
There are some business people,
दलाली जो मिलती है ना उससे
the
बड़े साहूकार बन
commission
जाते हैं
that is received by the person in
Brahma
between,
Baba.
they get more than the other parties.
Dalal
Brahma Baba became the broker.
Namaste.
He became the instrument,
ऐसी उसमें आकर्षण है
and there was so much attraction in him.
तो कहते थे
We
ये
used to
जादूगर
say,
है
they used to say that he was a
मुरली
magician.
में जादू
They would say there was magic in the Murli.
हिंदी में
They would say that God is magic,
तो मुरली में
and in the Murli
जादू है
there is
यानी
magic. That
ईश्वर की
means
ईश्वरीय आकर्षण है
there is the attraction of God.
ऐसी अच्छी है
It is so beautiful
जो और कुछ सुनने
that you don't want to hear anything else.
जी नहीं चाहता कोई सुनावे ना
Anybody says something,
क्या सुनूं
so what should I say?
कोई कहे कुछ बोलो क्या बोलूं
They say, I should say something.
अगर
What should
मुरली
I
के कोई
say?
शब्द
If there are some words from the Murli,
प्यार से
speak them with love.
सुना
What you heard with love,
विचार किया
and you had thought about them,
अंदर मन शांत
internally the mind is quiet,
मुरली में जादू
and there is magic in the Murli.
बुद्धि
Your intellect,
क्या सोचे
what is it thinking about?
मन तो शांत हो गया
Anyway, the mind has become quiet,
बुद्धि
the intellect,
सोचने में क्या सो
what would it
मैं
go into in its thinking?
कुछ देखती हूँ
I see something,
कुछ सोचूं
should I think
क्या
something?
सोचूं
What should I
कल क्या
do?
होगा
What will happen tomorrow?
कल क्या हुआ जो हुआ तो
Yesterday,
अच्छा
what happened? Anyway, whatever it was good.
जो होगा तो अच्छा
Whatever's going to happen will also be good.
प्रेजेंट में
In the present moment,
हमको बड़ा प्रेजेंट में
we have a beautiful present, a beautiful gift,
ऐसा रहना है
and we have to be really present
जैसे
for the
भगवान ने हमें
present,
प्रेजेंट दी है
as if God has given us
ठीक
a
है ये।
present. Is this right?
प्रेजेंट में
To
बाबा के
be
आगे हाजिर
in the
रहना
present means to be in front of Baba
मुझे
always.
एक खुशी की बात है
I have something that makes me very
आज से
happy
लेकर के
from the beginning
जो
until
भी
now.
सेवाएं हुई है
Whatever service has been done,
बाबा के इशारे से
it has been on the basis of Baba's signals
खींच से
and through that pull,
जैसे बाबा खींच रहा है
as if Baba is pulling us to do
बाबा
something.
सामने गई जनक ये करो
And Baba would say, Janak, do this.
बहुत होता बाबा का शुक्रिया है
I feel a lot of gratitude for
जो
Baba
आज्ञाकारी
that he made me obedient and trustworthy
ईमानदार
and
परमात्मा
faithful and
कौन है जो
absolutely the one
समझते हैं
who does
Baba
everything
का
he says,
आज्ञाकारी,
who believes that they
पहले
are,
आज्ञाकारी
first of all, obedient,
वफादार
they're faithful,
ईमानदार
trustworthy.
वफादार किसमें
What should we be faithful in our relationship? No bodily person should be, you should not come into conflict or come into attraction or attachment with any human embodied person.
वफादारी का
And
आज्ञा करे जो बाबा की
the obedient one does whatever Baba says.
कहना है वो मानते हैं
Whatever
कौन
he
कह रहा है?
says He's aware
क्या
who
सिखा
is
रहा है?
saying, he accepts it.
वफादारी का
And the one
बाबा
who
से
is
जो सर्व
trustworthy,
संबंध है,
all the relationships that we have with
हर एक
Baba.
मैं धीरे धीरे बोलती हूँ,
I'm speaking slowly,
चेक करो,
so you must check while I'm speaking
एक से
that whether you
सर्व
have
संबंध है,
all
देह का
relationships
कोई
with the
संबंध
one and you don't have any relationship of the body with anyone.
मैं ही आत्मा हूँ,
Because I am the soul,
देह से न्यारी हूँ,
I am detached from this body,
परमात्मा की प्यारी हो गई,
and that has made me
परमात्मा की
loved
प्यारी
by
होने से
the Supreme Being, and because of being loved by
जो
Him,
कारोबार में ईमानदारी,
I am completely the trustee
संबंध में
in
वफादार,
all the activities and faithful in all the
एक पैसा कभी,
relationships.
एक पैसा,
Not a single penny.
यानी एक रुपया,
Or that is no
अभी तो रुपया में
rupee.
बेचता हूँ,
Now we have rupees.
पहले पैसा होता था,
Previously it was paisa.
कौड़ी होता था,
And before that, kauris.
वो भी व्यर्थ नहीं गए,
And not a single one of those would have gone to waste.
क्यों यज्ञ का
Because
बाबा ने यज्ञ में
Baba has made the
सब
yajna
समर्पण कर दिया,
and he has
जैसे यज्ञ
surrendered
रचा,
everything into the
वो
yajna
पहले
just
पहले
as he created
हम
the
लोगों को
yajna.
खाया,
We had been sustained
जब
by
मैं
what he surrendered
भारत
into
में
the yajna. When I
दिल्ली में थी,
was in
पहले दिल्ली
India,
में
first I was in Delhi,
तो कोई जब छोटा सा फ्लैट था,
we had a very small flat,
तो वहाँ मैं
and there
योग कराती थी,
I used to meditate.
बोलते कम थे,
I didn't speak
जो कोई
much.
स्टूडेंट आता था,
All the students who
योग
came,
में बैठ जाते थे,
I used to make them sit with me in
तो
yoga.
एक भाई को ख्याल आया,
One brother had the
30
thought,
रुपया दिया,
and he gave 30 rupees.
30 रुपया बहुत बड़ी थी,
And we thought that was a lot. Was a lot
तो
in those
मैंने
days.
बाबा को लिखा,
So I wrote to
बाबा ये
Baba.
30 रुपया
I said this
हम
30
सेंटर पर खर्च तो
rupees
नहीं कर
came.
सकते, हमें सदाएं यज्ञ का बाबा रख
I'm not going to spend it on the center, but it is for the
दीदी
yajna.
और दादी
Baba said in Allahabad there was Didi and Dadi. They had gone there for the Kumbh
उनको
Mela,
भेज,
and he said send that money
हमने
to
नहीं
them. And I
एक
didn't use
पैसा
it.
बच्ची तुम्हारे पेट में है,
He said,
बाबा
child,
भेज जाएंगे,
your stomach will be filled with that
समझा?
of Baba. Did you
वफादारी,
understand? This is the meaning of being a
ईमानदारी,
trustee, of being obedient.
कुछ नहीं था,
Then there was
एक
nothing.
आटे का दबा,
There was a pot for
मसाला,
flour, and there was a little spice.
दीदी तभी मेरे साथ थी,
Didi was with me,
मनोर थी,
and
तो मैं
Manor
खाना
Dadi
बनाती
also.
थी,
I used to make the
खाने में क्या
food.
बनाऊं,
What should I make?
गरम गरम स्टूडेंट गए, रोटी बनाई,
I made
गिराई गिराई, वो मुझे
the
खिलाते थे, मैं पकाती
rotis and the vegetables.
इतना अच्छा
I
लगता था।
made it, and the students who came, they liked it very much.
क्या चाहिए,
What do you want?
प्यार से प्रेम से
With love.
मैं पकाती जाती थी, वो उनको खिलाती थी, वो
I
मुझे
used to
खिलाते थे,
make the food
खाते
and
थे।
I would
तीनों
give them to
एक कुछ
eat.
समय मनोर
And we used to feed each other. There was Manohar,
ऐसे
Dadi,
मन
Didi, and
में
myself.
जो आता था,
And
जो
whatever
कराते,
thought came into
बोलना
our
नहीं आता
mind,
था,
I would
तो
do
मनोर
yoga. I didn't speak much.
बोलती अच्छा थी,
Manohar, she used to speak very
तो
well.
मैं दीदी को कहा, दीदी ये सब ऐसे 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 बैठी रहती है,
I said
जो
to
आता है
Didi, they
बोलती
should
कुछ नहीं है,
as
तो
meet with the
दीदी ने
students.
कहा
And Didi said
ये भी अच्छा करती, तुम भी अच्छा करती है,
that you also are speaking very well.
तो मनोहर ने कहा दीदी कहती ये अच्छा करती है, तो
And
दीदी ने
Manor
मनोहर
said,
ने योग
does
करना
she
शुरू कर दिया,
do
बोलना
good
मैंने शुरू कर दिया,
yoga. So Manor Dadi started to do the yoga, and I started to do the speaking. And the wonder is that whatever Baba had said in the Murli, it used not to be printed in those days. Now we print it. That printing started a lot later. And how that printing happened, Baba was in Bombay. There was a place where we could get 3 or 4 copies of it in Bombay. And that Murli, we didn't used to give people the Murli in their hand, but I used to receive the Murli to read it in my hand. Baba had said he heard there was a litho machine, and he sent me to go and see. And so I went to a place, and I saw that it was written litho on a high place, and I went there. I said, "Can you make some copies and give them to me?" I gave to Baba. He was very happy, and the litho machine was very expensive in those days. You know that there was Jamuna Prasad, and he had the duty of copying up the Murlis. It was since that time that he has had this Murli copying duty. Now he has a place at the back. He is very trustworthy and obedient. And so, first thing we must have is the Murli. When I first came, there were many other older sisters that time. We had a garden where we stayed. And Baba had given me to stay in baby bhavan. And I said, some mothers said that we're not going to look after our children. So there was a house for mothers, and there was a boy bhavan and a baby bhavan. And I was asked by Baba to stay in boy bhavan or baby bhavan or mother's bhavan. So Baba gave me one time, the husband of Hardevi, she used to look after the food, the kitchen. There was initially so much ego. Her husband had a lot of ego because he had a big office in Rangoon. He said to me, "Do you want to go to Mama?" Mama had a separate house where all the young sisters lived, all the Kumaris. And he had said, 9 p.m., will you go there? Mama was with the 4 or 5 daddies who were with her, and I got some tears in my eyes. I said, "Can I not sit with them?" The daddies, 4 or 5 of them. And I said to Mama, "Why do you send me in baby bhavan to look after the children?" And she said, "Well, you are Janak, aren't you? That means you are the one who is the trustee." I said, "Well, why did you keep me there?" But since that time, I had never said, "Why have you kept me in such and such a place?" In all of Bharat, I've been here and there. Just I stayed longer time in Pune. In Bangalore also I stayed. Mama used to go. And I said to Baba, "Let me go with Mama." And Mama said, "No, you have to go to Lucknow." So you have to be very faithful in terms of relationships.
प्यार और मेरी दुआएं अभी तक चला रहे हैं।
And even now, the love and the blessings of Mama and
तो
Baba
मनता को
are making me
बैठी है।
move.
अरे बेटे,
So I said to Manda, you stay there.
क्लास में सामने में हमेशा बाबा के
Always
सामने बैठते थे।
sit in front of
एक
Baba.
बारी
Once
बाबा देखा मैं बैठी हूँ,
I was
Baba
sitting in front of Baba,
तो कुछ दिखाई नहीं पड़ा।
and Baba
मैं
looked
इंदिरा को
happy.
ले आई थी।
I
पहले
brought something
बाबा
to
ने
him.
कहा जिसको ले आई हो
Baba said,
पहले उसको
the
बिठाया,
person who you brought, you should
बैठ
first of
गई।
all find a good place for
उठी,
her. Why do you put
तब से
yourself
देखा
in a good place?
जो
So I
मेहमान
got up
आते हैं
and I
कि अच्छा
understood, yes, the guests
कम
should
से
have
कम
better
उनको
places
अच्छा
than us.
ऐसा मेहमान की
So the
मेहमानबाजी
guests,
करना बाबा
you
ने
have
सिखाया।
to, Baba had taught us to take care of
वो
guests and
मेहमान
give them good
बच्चा बन जाए,
hospitality. And
आज
then
जाया
those
कल वो भी बाबा
guests
बाबा करें।
become Baba's children. They
वाडी तुम्हारा
come
ये
to
हाल
be
हुआ,
guests on one day, and then Baba's
तुम्हारा
children the
ये हाल
second
है,
day. This is your
आते
condition,
ही बाबा
Wadi,
बाबा
isn't
के,
it? You came to Baba
इसलिए
Bhavan,
बाबा करने में देरी
and then
नहीं
you
की।
became Baba's very
जयंती की
quickly.
माँ रजनी थी,
Janti
मैं भी
Ben
कार
and
बजाती
Rajini,
थी,
I used to play
तभी
records,
ये
and
नहीं नहीं
then
था, टेप नहीं
we didn't
था।
have
वो जो करती
mics
थी,
and everything.
ज्ञान
We would put it on the
वैसे
table and we
नहीं
would have yoga,
ज्ञान
chit-chat of Gyan and
ऐसी
yoga.
जो बाबा की मुरली है ना,
Whatever
पढ़ी लिखी
was
थी,
on in Baba's
वो
Murli,
थोड़ा
Janti
पढ़ के
Ben was well
वहीं योग करती
educated,
थी।
and so she would study a little
उसमें
bit
इतना
and then
परिवर्तन
have
आया
meditation
कि
on that
उसमें
subject,
इतना
and she
अभिमान था
transformed so
अपने
much.
पढ़ाई का,
There
अपने
was no
कुल
arrogance of her
यानी
studies or
जिसके
anything.
बस ससुरे घर का, पीर घर का तो
No
नशा था,
arrogance of
और बाबा का बनने से
the inheritance from
नशा
the
अभिमान
parents' house or the in-laws'
वो
house.
पूरा।
So if there is any
तो
intoxication
ये
like that, then
मैं
that
क्यों
would be
बातें
wrong. Why
सुना,
I'm telling you these things?
कौन है जिसने अहंकार को मारा है,
Who is there who
अभिमान
has
को
destroyed
छोड़ा है,
their
देखेबान
arrogance,
से परे
left
रहते हैं,
it, and become
कौन
free
है
from the consciousness of the body? Would
अहंकार
you
को
put your
मारा है,
hand up
कोई भी अहंकार नहीं,
if you have absolutely no ego?
सूरत का
Not of
मैं
your
सुनी हूँ,
beauty
ये सांवरी है,
or your skin,
बस कोई भी
your skin color.
मैं
Some are
पढ़ी
fair,
लिखी
some are
हूँ,
dark.
मेरा सेंटर
Not,
अच्छा है,
you say my center is
मैं मेरा
good.
में पता चलेगा,
You have to understand the
देहभान
dangers
से
of
परे
I and mine,
तो
and
डिन्नी
then
तो
you can be
ट्रांसलेट
free from this.
डिन्नी से
Denise is
पहला
doing the
स्टूडेंट है
translation. She was the first
लंदन का,
student of London,
सोल का ज्ञान जब जयंती
and she wrote about
कर रही थी,
the knowledge of the soul.
आत्मा
Janti
में
Ben
मन
used
बुद्धि
to
संस्कार है,
translate about the soul having the
अच्छा
mind,
सुना,
intellect, and the
आत्मा
sanskaras.
क्या है,
She heard
परमात्मा क्या
what a
है,
soul is, what the
जयंती
supreme soul
ट्रांसलेट
is. Janti Ben would
और
translate
मैं
everything Dadi was
सबको
saying.
मैं ऐसा सुनाती थी,
I used to
जयंती
speak.
बोले ना,
Now, if
भले वो
Janti,
कोर्स
I
कर
thought
रहा है,
no, Janti should
तो
speak. She should give the
अच्छा
course. But
ये भावना थी,
I had the feeling that they should
ऐसा
pick
करा,
up the knowledge
तो
very
मैंने
intensively
डिनीज को
and
कहा
powerfully. So I
सोल
said to
कॉन्शियस
Denise,
और बॉडी कॉन्शियस
write the
में क्या
contrast of
अंतर
soul
है,
consciousness and
लिख
body
करके आओ,
consciousness. Write it and bring it. So she did that.
अभी ये दो का सोल कॉन्शियस बॉडी कॉन्शियस,
So on one side soul conscious,
वो
on the other
60
side body
पृष्ठ का
conscious. So she brought
लिख करके आई,
70 points or so.
उसने जल्दी जयंती से रिसर्च किया,
And
तो जयवाट सारी बात,
she,
मैं भी ऐसी
Janti
बनूं,
Ben saw those, and she thought
जैसे
I also should be
कमरा
like
आज
Janti Ben.
जयंती का बताया ना भाई, जैसे कमरा है,
And so
तो हम
the
रहते
rooms
थे,
where I
मैं
stayed,
एक बाजू वाले ने
the next door
घर
neighbor
बनाया था,
had a
दरवाजा बाहर
house,
फेंका था,
and had sent, they'd rebuilt the house and they threw away a door, so we took that door and we made that door into the gadi, and at night I used to sleep on that door. In the daytime it was the gadi. It was wonderful, the early days. And she thought, I will also become like Janki. And so 3 or 4 of us were sleeping in one room, and I was on the door and they were sleeping on the floor. Service like this, Baba has made us do that. Just as now, Baba has made us the instruments. Now, where did Denise come from? I don't remember where it was. Where is Janti? I don't know. So, you wouldn't get a fortune of the kingdom of the world like that anywhere else. Who has this intoxication that we are receiving the fortune of the kingdom of the world? Focus the mind on one, remember the one in the middle. Baba, in the Trimurti which was created, Brahma Baba is sitting in his white clothes. In between Vishnu, the 4-armed one, is standing. And then there is Shankar on the other side. Nowadays, Baba, at that time, Baba was explaining about Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar. And so Shankar doesn't have any clothes on. Internally, we have to be like Brahma Baba, a tapasvi and a renunciate, a server, like that, renunciate. Who is completely a renunciate? Put your hand up. That I am a renunciate. What is renunciation? Then you can do, if you renounce, then you can do tapasya automatically. The service was done in Tennyson Road. Now, Ken and Charlie, they all came in Tennyson Road. Then Charlie went to Australia, and Ken went to South America. It's a wonder why I'm telling you these things. It's very important. Now there is very little time remaining. At any moment, destruction can happen. Any time there can be a global flood. What's going to happen? We have to go beyond the 5 elements of matter. Our body is made of 5 elements. The world is made of the 5 elements. Everything here is made of the 5 elements. What will happen in destruction? The 5 elements will change, and they turned to become impure, but they will now turn to become pure. This is the body made of 5 elements. But we have to remain in the attitude of being beyond the body. Where is the soul? The soul is here, in the middle of the forehead. There is an extraordinary star shining. Baba had told us this, and we used to look, and we would see there was really a shining star in Baba's forehead. And then here in the heart, what is there? If the heart is true, then the Lord is pleased, and then the center of the forehead shines. The heart is true, the Lord is happy, you have to have enthusiasm and courage. If you have courage but no enthusiasm, then how would that look to Baba? I think there are 100 times of Baba's help. Our effort is just one time. We have received so much help from Baba because the heart has been pure and honest. I am not. I have a healthy mind, but I don't have a healthy body. I'm not very educated. I don't have health. I don't have wealth, but I do have happiness. Of course, all three are important. We want good health. And that comes from enthusiasm for doing service. Consider yourself to be a server. I do not want anything. I don't want any recognition or a position or respect. What do you want? What do I want? Purity, truth, and humility and patience. You need to be patient, because then there will be happiness in your mind ultimately. Don't try to get results too fast. You have to be patient. And then there needs to be humility, because humility gives you a lot of benefit. Yesterday, for the first time, I went to Prakash's Dham, and I went to Baba's room because it was Shivratri. I hadn't raised any flag, so in Hindi I saw Dadi's, what she had, her messages. You have to give respect to others. Whatever other words of Dadi I had written, they were written on the Prakash Dham, and I went around it and read them. This is a memorial, or you go to the Tower of Peace and see what is written on there. I went into Baba's room and I sat there. I had a pull to go there. Day before yesterday. And I met the people from Shantivan. I had class with them. We enjoyed discussing. Then I went to Baba's room. Something was happening in the conference hall, so I met Shantivan Nivasis in Dadi's meeting room, and it was full. Purity, truth, patience, and humility. And then comes sweetness. Speak sweet words, sweet ones. Speak. What are sweet words? Someone wrote, if there is milk and you don't put a bit of sugar in it, it doesn't taste. You want to live together like rice pudding, milk and sugar, milk and honey. If you put a bit of sugar in the milk, it's good. And so your words have to have sweetness in them and humility. So speak sweet words, then I'll be happy, you'll be happy. Is that okay? Om Shanti. Anything else? Those who are sitting in front, Bhavna Ben is there, and Himlata.
35 साल से ऊपर है
You're more than 35
पर है।
years doing service.
मंदा ये
Manda,
सेवा में आए थे
she
तो सेवा से
came
निकली हो
through service, she emerged
अभी
through
कितना
service, and now
सुना है
you've
तेरा सारा
heard
परिवार है
all her family is in Gyan.
लिस्टर से निकले
She emerged
अभी मैं
from
लिस्टर में
Leicester.
गई
Now I went to Leicester
बहुत अच्छे लंदन में
from
जो है
London.
लिस्टर से निकले बाटी पता नहीं कहाँ से आई थी
Woody, where did she
निकली
come
लंदन से
from? She came out of
आई
London,
पता नहीं कहाँ
but where did she come from
पर तो
originally?
इसका प्यार
Her love
जन्म से ही जैसे
was
बाबा
powerful since the
बनने से ही
beginning. Once she became
इतना प्यार
Baba's,
है
she had so much love.
वही माया में रहती
And
हिली
she
नहीं
lives in the world of Maya,
एक
but she never
भाई में
fluctuated.
अभी क्या कर हेमलता को भी
Hemlata
हैदराबाद से निकली
came from Hyderabad, you know.
वहाँ सेंटर पर नहीं रही
She didn't
बस
stay in
सीधा
the
ही
center. She
सेवा
went
पर
straight to service, having
तो
emerged in Gyan.
त्याग तपस्या सेवा
Renunciation,
सभी
tapasya,
ऐसे
and service is there in all of them.
बाबा ने सीखा
They would say, yes, Baba, whatever you say, Baba.
बाबा आंखें बैठ के दिखाया
Baba would show his eyes.
एक गोल चक्कर मुझे याद नहीं है
There was this cycle.
पर ये बाबा
I don't remember much
ऐसे
about
बैठ
it,
के
but Baba was sitting there.
हम देखते रहे
I was watching
बाबा कैसे
how Baba was
बैठना
sitting.
बाबा ने सीखा
Baba was showing how to sit, where the eyes should go.
बाबा टांग टांग
Baba was
टांग
sitting
टांग पे
in
चढ़ा
the
के बैठा
half lotus
हम
pose.
लोगों ने
We,
मम्मा ने बहुत कोशिश
Mama tried a lot to sit like that, but she couldn't.
कोई ने भी इसमें
Some
पास नहीं हुआ
were not able
एक
to sit
विश्वरत्न
like that. There was only Brother Vishwaratan
विश्व
who sat like that,
बाबा के माफे बैठा
and he would sit exactly
जब
like
बाबा अव्यक्त
Baba.
हुआ
When Baba became
विश्वरत्न
Avyat,
वंडरफुल
Vishwaratan was very wonderful.
तो फॉरेनर मुझे पूछते थे
When I
बाबा
went to
ऐसे
foreign,
करते कभी आवाज सुनते नहीं थे
Baba never used to
सेवा
speak
ऐसी
loudly.
रोटी पकाओ
The service should
या
be such
पोस्ट
that
ले जाओ
you
जो भी
take.
सेवा
He would do
सभी
whatever service that
सेवा
was
में
given to him.
ऑलराउंडर
He was an all-rounder, took care of the mail. Whatever he was
All-rounder,
asked,
जो
he
भी
was
सेवा।
accurate, and whatever
ये मेरी
service
सेवा।
was needed, he would do that.
ऐसा निम्रता वाला
And so he was a very
और
humble
ये
person.
बताने का मतलब ये है
The meaning of
समय
me
थोड़ा
telling you
है
this is that there's very
ऐसे
little
आज्ञाकारी
time,
वफादार बन
and
जाओ
so make yourself such
भाग्यवान लगा
trustworthy,
नस भाग्यशाली
faithful,
और पद्मा
obedient,
पद्म
and then you
भाग्यशाली
will be multi-million-fold fortunate.
कौन है
Who is
जो
there
समझते हैं
who
पद्मा
thinks,
पद्म भाग्यशाली
I am multi-million-fold
पद्मा
fortunate?
पद्म भाग्यशाली माना
That means
हर कदम में पद्म
there
कमाई
are multi-millions of income at every step that you take.
ऐसे साधारण कर्म नहीं है
You do not do just ordinary karma.
चलन
Your behavior, your way of
और
speaking, and your way of
दोनों ऐसी हो
conducting yourselves
जो
should
आज
be
ब्राह्मण
such that today's Brahmins,
कल फरिश्ता
today you're a Brahmin,
इस
tomorrow
बनने
an
के
angel.
चिन्ह आ रहे हैं
You have that
थैंक यू
sense of that transformation
Yes,
from a
the time
Brahmin
will
to
be.
an angel. Thank you.
ओम
Time is
शांति।
over. Om Shanti.
ताली भी नहीं बजाते
You're not clapping.
सभी सभी अपन से ही प्रॉमिस करो
Each
मैं
one, you
आज्ञाकारी,
must promise yourselves that
वफादार,
I will be
ईमानदार,
obedient,
फरमान
faithful,
वाला,
trustworthy,
बाबा
and I will follow
नैनों
all
का
of
नूर बन
Baba's
जाए
instructions. Then you will become
बाबा
the
का नूरी
light
रतन
in Baba's eyes. Baba said, you are the jewel of the eyes
बाप दादा का
of Bap
याद
Dada.
प्यार स्वीकार
And Bap Dada said,
नूरी
accept
रतन
love and remembrance, you who are the
भगवान
jewels
कहे
of the eyes. It is God who is saying
परंतु
this.
सिंध में रवा था
But it was the
बाप
custom
बेटे
in
को पत्र
Sindh.
लिखेगा नूर
The
जिस्म बेटा
father would
नूर
speak to
जिस्म
his
बेटा
child as the cherished one of his
इतना
eyes,
प्यार
the light of his eyes.
बाबा ने दिया है
And Baba has given us so much love.
वो प्यार
And that love
हमारे को न सिर्फ
not only,
अभी आज पता नहीं कौन कहाँ से
I don't know who
दिलाराम
is
का
here from where, but they
जो
brought
मैंने
the
बता दिया
picture
भाई
of the
मेरा
comforter
शादी
of the
की है
hearts. Somebody said, I
किससे
got
दिलाराम के
married.
बच्चे हैं दो
I have 2 children.
सुख है बेटा शांति है बेटी
One, my daughter
छोटा
is peace
परिवार
and my son is happiness. So this is my marriage
Okay.
to the comforter of hearts. Okay.
मेहमान कौन है
Who are the guests?
आए हैं
Who has come as guests?
ठीक है भाई 2 मिनट साइलेंस
Let us have 2 minutes
Achhi
silence. Deep
जल्दी उठ
silence.
नहीं जाना
Don't get up quickly.